Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Zeno's Wisdom. Why do women actually say yes to intimacy? Many men assume the answer is obvious looks, status, maybe even charm. But the truth is far more layered and often completely different from what you expect. If you ever felt confused when a woman's behavior around intimacy didn't match your assumptions, it is probably because you were missing the real psychology behind her choices. And when you don't see those hidden motivators, dating can feel frustrating, even discouraging. That is exactly why I created this channel to help you decode the psychology of attraction, understand female behavior, and build more satisfying connections. Before we dive into this breakdown, idea for you to hit that like button and subscribe because every week I share insights that help men stop guessing and start creating deeper attraction and connection. Now, let us get into the four major reasons women choose intimacy. The first motivator is the one everyone expects physical desire. Women, just like men, can be pulled into intimacy because of sheer attraction, curiosity, or the thrill of novelty. That rush of trying something exciting, whether it is a first kiss, a new experience, or a man whose confidence radiates in a way that feels irresistible, can spark physical motivation. But there is more beneath the surface. A woman's physical desire often rises and falls with biology, hormones, and natural rhythms in her body. That's why sometimes she seems extra affectionate while other times she feels more reserved. It is not random and it is not rejection twist nature. Yet attraction is only one piece of the puzzle. Emotional motivation plays an even bigger role than most men realize. For women, intimacy is deeply tied to feelings of connection, safety, and love. If you picture physical intimacy as fire, emotional intimacy is the oxygen that keeps it alive. When a woman feels emotionally secure, understood, and truly valued, her physical desire multiplies. That is why a relationship built only on attraction eventually fizzles. While one rooted in emotional closeness can stay passionate for years, then comes relational motivation, something few men ever think about, but it is critical. For many women, intimacy becomes a way of strengthening the relationship itself. It is not always about the store pleasure. Sometimes it is about restoring peace after conflict, maintaining stability, or keeping the bond strong. You may have probably heard of love languages, and for some women, physical touch is their strongest one. That means intimacy isn't it just a physical act twitch, which is the way she feels loved, cared for, and connected. If that is the case and her partner doesn't understand it, misunderstandings can grow. She may crave closeness while he sees intimacy only as pleasure. This mismatch leads to frustration on both sides. But when men learn about relational motivation, they begin to see intimacy as more than physical trait, becomes an essential language of love and trust. And then there is social or goal-oriented motivation, which is probably the most surprising. Sometimes intimacy is shaped by external factors, whether it is social pressure, wanting to feel desirable, planning for a family, or even boosting confidence. For some women, intimacy can be strategic, a way to strengthen self esteem, prevent conflict, or meet expectations. This shows that sex isn't always about desire in the moment. Sometimes it is about what intimacy represents or protects in her life. What makes all of this even more fascinating is that these motivations shift with age, life experience, and personal growth. An 18-year-old woman often explores intimacy out of curiosity, novelty, and sometimes social influence. While a woman in her 30s or 40s may value connection, confidence, and stability far more than excitement alone. And once she reaches her late 40s and beyond, intimacy transforms again, often becoming less about constant novelty and more about emotional richness, comfort, and deep companionship. That is why a woman at 23 and a woman at for the 3rd of May both say yes to intimacy, but for completely different reasons. If men don't understand this shift, they often misread signals thinking she has lost interest when in reality her motivations have simply evolved. This knowledge alone can prevent countless misunderstandings, and it is the key to keeping passion alive through every stage of a relationship. So, why should this matter to you? Because when you understand that woman has motivations, you stop taking things personally and start seeing the bigger picture. You realize that intimacy isn't random, and it is not only about whether she finds you attractive. Twitch is about how safe, connected, and understood she feels. You also learn that communication is everything. Couples who talk openly about intimacy not only enjoy more passion but also build stronger bonds. Instead of guessing, you can actually ask her what makes her feel desired, loved, and close. And when you create that emotional safety, she naturally opens up to more physical closeness too. That is how intimacy stops fading and instead grows richer with time. If this resonates with you, don't just listen, apply it. Start those conversations, reflect on your past relationships, and notice how motivations may have shifted. And if you found this breakdown valuable, make sure to subscribe. Leave me a comment with your thoughts and share this video with someone who needs to understand the hidden reasons behind female desire. Because once you know these four motivators, physical, emotional, relational, and social TQ2Q, never see dating and relationships the same way again.